Okay, guys, this is Danny here. If you are watching this video, I mean, that means one thing. Um, I sense that my computer is not going to function very well. And to play safe, I mean, like, without slowing you guys down, then I think I better do some video backup first, just in case something not good happened to my side here. Yeah, these couple of days feels like the Wi-Fi not functioning well. And my machine, I think, well, should be a good time for me to buy a new one. But yeah, I think I still need some time to go back out there. Anyway, yeah, just like I said, no way I could slow you down. So in that case, let's come to this particular video. Okay, so like I said, if you're watching this, very likely, uh, the technical setup of my home is not looking good. So yeah, but don't worry. During class time, you can still text me. I'm still here. Okay, you can still text me. Okay, just in case like I really have to rely on this video with you. Okay, that being said, this is the exercise we left over from last lesson. If you remember, like last week we work on questionnaire. We also work into interview, and that should be the last page on the PowerPoint. Okay, for I think the name is interviewing and data integration. In case you forget. Oops. See. Okay, in case you forget where that is, this is where the PowerPoint comes from. Okay, this one. The interviewing and data integration. So if you click it open, I think that we still have one small part we haven't finished, the very last one. Yeah, okay, you may feel free to look back if you need help, like how to mention the findings, okay, how do you give, introduce brief statements, okay, to introduce the questionnaire, survey, interview. So that's the pages where we had earlier. And this is like something we discussed, okay, last lesson, if you remember. So today we try to make you write something not exactly like this, but of course we understand this is a practice, but a practice is a practice, so we better finish this part first together. Okay. So here you possibly see some background information, yes, about a certain interview with a person by the name of Dr. Spencer. Yes. Now, these are some information you have to get used to before you actually start writing. Okay. Very first thing, don't forget the research title. Now you're taking in a research title. So what is a research title, research area? This one, tertiary student stress problem. Because of that, you work on an interview with, now who is Dr. Spencer? I think this information is very important. Head of a counseling unit, okay, of a tertiary institute. So I think these two information, of course, fairly useful. And last lesson, we also mentioned if this is an interview, the date, also very important. Why you may think, why the date so important? Why questionnaire we could let go a little bit, or even other books, journals, materials. We don't seem to spend so much time worrying about date and time. How come it comes to interview, the date and time, very important. Reason for that, I think I briefly explained that to you too. In case you forget or you don't remember, doesn't matter. I'll explain to you here once again. The interview, why the date so important will be, normally we expect a more up-to-date interview, the information will be correspondingly more up-to-date. So there's more like a kind of standard understanding, okay, very common understanding. So that's why I think those I underlined to you. When you try to attempt writing this short paragraph, okay, introducing all these data to your reader, I think these information, okay, you have to include them very properly. Of course, the title too, the research title too. So those with a tick, I believe you have to try your best to include them together. Down there now, these are raw information. So more students seeking help from the counseling unit when compared with 10 years ago. That seems like a very good statement. Okay, so then how come you could possibly show that? And then these two information, I believe you have to put it down there. Reason for that, because based on the data or from the interviewee, yeah, seems to be a very important expert here. From the interviewee, you notice like, okay, 5% of student population in 2007, while compared to 20% of student population in 2017. So in between 10 years, you notice like those students seeking help actually grow at least like many times. So from 5% to 20%. So this is one key information. Once again, what's the data about students seeking help from the counseling unit? And from here, we understand what more means, and then we understand what 10 years ago means. Just we explained to you last lesson, you can't just put down a statement there and then go away. With the statement, you need the support. And here, clearly, you have a very good and clear support here. So this information must be, I believe, in your paragraph. Okay. So, and then on top of that, you see another piece of information here. In 2017, over 20% of students seeking counseling suffer from stress. So among those people, 80% of them is because stress related. And then there are some common causes of stress based on that 80%. Likely will be fear of failure in academic studies, difficulties in building new relationships, problems in adapting to a new environment, and then financial burden. So these four are the main things. Okay, you may put all of them together. Of course, that later on based on the word length you have. Okay, but later on I can tell you, I can also tell you perhaps some courses you may also quickly have summarize them. Okay, see which way you want to go. So once again, in this exercise, please, you have to include in your own way the research topic here, and then you have to let people know, sorry, one more part. You have to let people know this is an interview with this person, Dr. Spencer, who was Dr. Spencer, head of a counseling unit of a tertiary institution. And when did you conduct this interview? 5th of March 2018. So these are some basic startup information you have to begin with. And more on top of that, okay, in order to prove this statement, why more students seeking help from counseling unit compared with 10 years ago? So the 5%, 20% thing, these are very important support. You have to put it down there to support this particular statement. And then some more, you see some more data here, okay, that I believe are very important data, because these are very important information generated from an interview you conducted with Dr. Spencer. Okay, a very, I think it seems to be a good professional in your area, and especially what he or she said would be very important to illustrate your research area, which will be tertiary student stress problem. Okay. I don't know how much time you need. Okay, you may pause the video for a while. Now, first thing first, I think that topic sentence has been given to you. So here, today, Hong Kong tertiary students suffer from stress. You may continue to carry on the paragraph in your own way. Maybe you could type it up in your Microsoft Word, because you should be in front of a computer, I believe. And you may work on a piece of paper, doesn't matter. I think case like that, since it's the first time you work on this particular thing, I think let's give yourself maybe 15 to 20 minutes. Once again, 15 to 20 minutes. All right. So from here now, you may pause the video for 15 to 20 minutes. After 15 to 20 minutes, you finish it. Okay. Please continue to watch the video. Now you may pause it. Okay. In order for you to learn, now I'm not there checking you out. So please pause it. Okay. Stop the video now, and then give yourself 15 to 20 minutes to work on that particular paragraph. Okay, which once again, you are integrating all the data into a well-developed paragraph. Okay, that will be your purpose. Okay, so pause the video now. 15 to 20 minutes later, play the video again. Okay. All right, assume 15 to 20 minutes are gone. Now you have finished writing the whole paragraph. Okay, now let's check. Not an answers, okay? Definitely won't call it an answer, so more like a suggestion for you. You may take a look down here. Yes. Now, what you see in this paragraph, now the topic sentence will be the same. So what do they give us is the situation is clearly reflected in the increasing demand of counseling service at university. So the key point, yes, you want to prove people that's an increasing demand of counseling services. After all, this is what you want to prove, right? 5% to 20% and 80%. Wow, the number is pretty alarming. Next thing, you have to share people very clearly. Once again, you have to introduce the context of your research too. So in a face-to-face interview conducted in March 18, so very good. You completed, like, you bring in information like this is an interview. You let people know who was Dr. Spencer. So right here. So Dr. Mary Spencer, that's the interviewee's name. And who was Dr. Mary Spencer? Okay, now she's the head of the counseling unit of ABC University. Okay, so now we notice this is some of the situation from which you have to do. And one more thing, sorry, the date, very important. So you also include, these are all general background information, the context from which the reader will know, okay, from which situation you generate all these information. Okay, now what happened? She told us, because like from here, from 5 to 20%, you know, that's a more like a four-fold increase. Okay, 4 times. Okay, in the percentage of students seeking help over the past 10 years. So, and then now you could bring in her information. So according to her, now this is the phrase we could possibly use. If you look back at the PowerPoint again earlier, okay, we already tells you. Okay, like this is a similar thing. Okay, so if you look into the context, very similar. Look into this particular situation. So, okay, you may possibly use the same thing, okay, to help yourself out. So, you know, according to her, 20% of students at ABC University received counseling service in 2017. So you're bringing in the information now here. Okay, so you bring it in 20% from here, and then 2017 from here. Okay, and then more than 80% of the students face stress problem. Okay, quite alarming. Okay, these figures echo the findings. Okay, you may not have this particular information, the last sentence. Okay, you may not need them. But then somehow, somewhere, I guess like the Chen 2017 is just one example to tell you, maybe you also quote from other sources, telling people, okay, there's a need to reduce tertiary student stress together. As an alternative, if some of you did very good summarizing these 4 things, I think you may carry on with the common causes of stress right here. So after she said like 80% of these students face stress problem, then you may give some examples here. For example, fear of failing academic studies, okay, difficulties in building relationships, so and so, so and so here, and then end the paragraph. Okay, I think the key thing like this one, okay, your answers may vary, doesn't matter. Just like I suggest here, we don't expect you to be writing exactly the same in your suggested or answers here. But then one thing you have to notice will be, okay, you have the key point here. You have to let people know, number 1, you have a key point, increasing the amount of counseling service. You have another background information like face-to-face interview, the date, which is March 2018, the person involved, Dr. Mary Spencer, and then her background, head of the counseling unit of whatever university. And then now you describe the figure. Okay, so that's a 4-fold increase in the percentage. Some of you can put it down. Okay, you may say like, okay, from 2007, okay, it was only 5%, but then now it's like up till 2017, it has increased to 20%. Now you can also do that. You may bring these 2 information together, but only here they didn't do that. Doesn't matter. And then next, of course, that's a very alarming figure here, right? The 80% of students looking for counseling, and then you can also summarize the information here. So roughly, these are the highlighted parts that I believe, okay, even though your writing can be very, very different, these are the things that you should have at least included in your current paragraph. Okay, so this is this little part of exercise that I would like to complete with you. Any questions, you know where to find me. Text me, email me. Okay, I can be reached from my phone easily. Okay, so for this exercise, I will stop here, and if you see I put on so many different videos for you, please continue to watch them, because I smell like something not right at home, the technical side. Okay, so I log out now. Okay, so stay tuned. So this is happily we completed the last exercise from the previous lesson, which will be data integration, okay, into your writing. Okay, thanks for working with me here. So I hope you already have had certain experience with integrating all these raw data into your research writing paper, which will be coming soon. Take care. Bye.